See, you are in White's White. Let's talk about, do we have some few minutes to wrap up? Let's talk about, I understand you have some ambition. Is it to become a minister or a member of parliament, or what exactly?
Oh, no, necessarily. I believe that we're born to make an impact.
Okay.
And making an impact, you don't have a limited barrier. Mm-hmm. And so wherever you find yourself in everyday life, you should be able to have make an impact in people's life. Okay. It's all about transforming society through Christ.
Okay.
And so we profess to be Christian. It's not just going to church and pray.
Okay.
It's about using those principles to benefit society, to change society, to change the perception of people and attitude and behaviors. And so everywhere I go, people see me as a leader, and people want me to do so many things which most of the times I don't hesitate. I think some time ago, even there was a media speculations that I am succeeding a finance minister, something like that. There was some media. Exactly. So, even though I'm not a member of MPP.
Okay.
And so most people sometimes they look at what you are doing and whether you are doing it from the true heart, and they believe that there is a space that you can do something better. And so even people try to force me to can be a very good leader to lead this country. And I think it's a equally a good call.
Okay.
And if the time comes and God decides, who are we to reject?
I see. Anyways, I mean, we can only hope that things get better in terms of the Christmas. I've also said that this is but a funny one though, but we are still going to have a lot of people queue for items come Christmas, and you'd wonder where they got their monies from, because these are the same people who are struggling or on social media shouting that things are difficult. Are you going to also, do you see that happening?
No, I believe this year will be quite a different year from other years, and the purchasing power of citizens has drastically reduced. So we are likely not to see people struggling, fighting, moving, running after purchasing of goods. This year it will be quite different from other years. And so even the amount of purchases, foreign transactions that are done normally before the eve to Christmas has equally reduced. And I think that is a reflection of how bad the situation is within the local economy. So we are likely, and I don't expect Ghanaians to be buying or spending unnecessarily this time, because you can't foretell what will happen from January next year going. So people shouldn't be too much full of anxiety to be spending unnecessarily, because from January next year going, the time will be more difficult than how we see it now.
Really?
Exactly.
So you want them to save the money?
Exactly, and only invest into capital investment, things that will not necessarily brings any profit back home. You need to reduce that expenditure.
Wow. What it means is that it's going to be more difficult next year.
Oh, more difficult times. It's not just a wish. All the statistics are there. We've done everything, but sometimes we decided not to be putting certain information into the public domain because it creates panic and fear.
Even the IMF bailout might not save us.
Oh, IMF bailout will not save us. It's just a political information government is putting out there. It's not an economic reality. It's not going to do anything. Even if they give us 10 billion, because even if it's for project, because IMF doesn't support industrialization. So there is the only way you can be able to mitigate the gap is when there is industries, when you are producing. So if the package, the bailout is not supporting the productive sectors of the economy, how do you arrest the economy? So it's only going to recurrent expenditures, paying of salaries and wages, seminars and all others, and restructuring of debt, servicing of your debts. That's all the IMF is going to do to us. Cocoa syndicated loan has come. That is almost half of what we are expecting from IMF. At what are we seeing? Inflation is still rising. The cedi is still losing value against the dollar. So I'm still telling you that whatever IMF is coming to do, whatever information government is putting out in the public domain is purely a political information. It has nothing to do with economic stability of Ghana.
Reverend Dr. Samuel Anyo Mensah is a chartered economist. Thank you very much for your time. We're grateful.
I'm equally grateful for the
all
opportunity.
the time for,
and when I was monitoring your program before we came on air,
Right.
so fantastic, and I believe your concentration on national development has been something that is enviable. I believe other media houses should also emulate TV Africa and also you in person, because I think you have been doing very great, and you equally deserve a national award.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll wait for that. Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Samuel Anyo Mensah. So I'll be waiting for that big announcement where you say you want to be a president of the nation. I'll be waiting for that.
In God we trust.
We'll take a break.